Enzo again for the last time today. Okay, the books that I've been reading you are picture books, and now we're gonna move into a chapter book. So you're gonna have to think the pictures in your mind when I'm reading it, okay? It's one of my favorite characters. His name is Horrible Harry. And this time, Horrible Harry Goes to the Moon by Susie Klein. Horrible Harry Goes to the Moon. Chapter 1. Who gets to sit on the moon? I'll never forget the month of October in 3rd grade. That was when Harry took me to the moon. I know it sounds crazy, but he did. Harry took me to the moon. This is how it all started. It was a Monday. We were sitting on the rug having our morning conversation when Miss Mackle said, "I have a surprise for you, class." We all looked at the teacher. She had a huge brown package. It was bigger than my desk. "What's that?" Sydney blurted out. "An inspiration." Miss Mackle said, and it was on sale at Big Mart. Slowly, the teacher unwrapped the brown packaging. It was a purple couch made of three cushions. When we saw the bright yellow moons on it, we went, "Ooh." We watched the teacher open up the couch and lay it flat on the floor. Then she sat on it. Now the couch looked like an air mattress with a comfy place for your head. Harry sat down next to her. "Neato," he said. "I'm sitting on the moon." "You mean the purple couch with yellow moons on it?" Mary explained, as she plopped down on the other side of the teacher. "Hey, I get to sit here too," Sydney protested. Then he sat on Mary. "Ouch," Mary groaned. "Get off, Sid. I was here first." "Okay, boys and girls," Miss Mackle replied. "How can we make this fair?" Harry flashed a toothy smile. "It seems fair to me right now." Everyone frowned except Song Lee. She giggled. Mary pushed Sydney off. "I have an idea," I said. "Yes, Doug," Miss Mackle replied. "We have a monitor chart. We could make sitting on the couch a job." "Cool," Dexter said. Miss Mackle laughed. "A job? Well, I guess it could be for one day." "And if we go in ABC order," Mary suggested, "it would be really fair." Miss Mackle nodded. "I figured it out," I said. "If there are 21 kids in the class and only 2 get to sit on the couch each day, everyone gets a turn once every 2 weeks. "Good math, Doug," Miss Mackle said. "But is there a remainder?" We all thought about it. Mary replied first. "There's a remainder of 1. Then she paused in wonder. Who the last person in ABC order would be in our class? "The person who has to wait 3 weeks for a turn." Everyone looked around while Mary continued to thinking out loud. That would be Shoshana White, but she moved last night. So that means Spooger would be the remainder. Everyone stared at Harry. "Harry Spooger's last," Sydney shouted. "No, I'm not," said the squid. "You are," Harry replied. "Hey, nicknames don't count," Sydney snapped. Mary ignored the boys and looked at Ida. "We get to go first," he sang. Their last names were Berg and Burrow. Harry folded his arms. "I'm not leaving. I was here first. We can start the ABC order tomorrow." "Excuse me," Ida said as she stood over him. Harry didn't budge. "Harry," Miss Mackle said, "your turn will be coming up." "Yeah, once in a blue moon," he grumbled. "Interesting," Miss Mackle said. "Do you know what that means, Harry? Once in a blue moon?" "Yeah, doesn't everybody?" Mary leaned forward. She wanted to know, but she wasn't going to ask. Harry licked his lips. He loved secrets. "I know lots of stuff about the moon. I watch the science guy on TV every day after school." Miss Mackle said. "How many of you would like to collect some facts about the moon?" Everyone waved their hands in the air. "Me, me, me." I know where to find some, Mary said, getting up, in our green science book. Then she went over to her desk. Harry jumped up and pointed to his brain. I bet I have more moon facts in my noodle than you do in that old book. Mary laughed. You don't know anything about the moon. Do too, Harry said. Do not, Mary replied. Miss Mankle smiled. I bet she was glad they weren't fighting over the couch anymore. Now they were just fighting over the moon. 10 minutes later, Aya and Dexter brought 8 moon books from the library. Song Lee and I went over to the computer and got on the internet. Harry went to the closet and got out the big box of old newspapers and magazines. After he rummaged around for a while, he pulled out the 2 sections of a newspaper. The classifieds and the comics. Cool, he said. You'll never find moon facts in there, Mary scolded. I just did, Harry said, cutting something out. Mary took off her glasses. Harry Spooger, I wish you would go to the moon. What, Mary? I said, I wish you would go to the moon. Harry mumbled. I'll think about that. While Harry nodded his head, Mary rolled her eyes. Okay, chapter 2's for later. Bye.